The size of an earthquake is measured by using a seismometer. This is buried in the ground. It measures the waves that pass through it. It has to be buried very deeply so that it will not shake when heavy trucks pass over it. It measures the strength of the shock waves according to the Richter scale. The Richter scale is a system of measurement where each value is 10 times stronger than the one before. For example, an earthquake that measures 1 on the Richter scale will not be felt by anyone. Such a tiny movement is often called a tremor. An earthquake that measures 2 on the Richter scale is 10 times more powerful than a 1. An earthquake that measures 3 is 10 times more powerful again. The first earthquake in Christchurch measured 7.1 on the Richter scale. This means that it was 1,000,000 times stronger than a tiny 1 tremor. Humans do not notice tremors that are less than 3 on the Richter scale. At 3, they may hear a low rumble, but assume it is a passing truck or thunder. At 4, they may feel some mild shaking. At 5, things may fall off shelves and the shaking will be felt more strongly. At 6, people may fall over and hurt themselves. Heavy objects such as desks and tables may move. Parts of buildings may crack and fall off. There may be landslides and rock slides that block roads. When the magnitude is 7 or greater, more damage occurs. Buildings collapse, trapping people inside them. The ground cracks, roads twist, and bridges break. Many people are hurt or killed, and thousands more may be left homeless. There may be even worse problems. If the ground has too much water in it, it turns to liquid. Vehicles and buildings sink into it. When a big earthquake happens beneath the ocean, shock waves travel through the sea. Enormous waves, called tsunamis, travel toward land. When they reach land, they wash away people and cars. They break trees and smash through forests and buildings. A famous tsunami happened in December 2004. A huge earthquake happened in the Indian Ocean close to Indonesia. It caused a tsunami which killed hundreds of thousands of people. Another earthquake created a tsunami that hit the coast of Japan in 2011. It crushed towns and destroyed families. The people were shocked and frightened, and they are still suffering from the effects. Since earthquakes can cause so much damage, it is important that scientists learn how to predict them. There are natural signs that an earthquake might be about to begin. Mild tremors may occur a few days before. This is like a warning that something big is about to happen. Some people believe that animals know when an earthquake is coming. Frogs and toads leave the water, and deep-sea fish rise to the surface. Snakes leave their holes, chickens stop laying eggs, and bees leave their hives. Sometimes dogs bark for no reason, and cats behave strangely. But scientists need accurate information to predict earthquakes. They need to know when they will happen. They also need to know where they will happen and how big they will be. This is very difficult to do, and scientists need to be careful. If they say that an earthquake is coming, people will get frightened. They will leave their homes or businesses. If the scientists are wrong and nothing happens, people will be upset. They may even lose money. So far, nobody has managed to accurately predict a major earthquake. Scientists measure fault lines to see how much they have moved. They look at other earthquakes in order to see if there is a pattern. They study gases within the Earth's crust. In this way, some earthquakes may be predicted, but many still happen without warning. There are some places in the world where scientists believe a large earthquake will occur. The problem is that they don't know when. It could happen tomorrow, or it could happen in 100 years' time. One such place is the western coast of the USA. A 1,300 kilometers fault line called the San Andreas Fault runs through California. It was responsible for the great San Francisco earthquake in 1906, when most of the city was destroyed. Buildings collapsed, gas pipes broke, and fires burned for several days. Scientists believe that it could happen again at any time. In modern cities where earthquakes are common, buildings are designed differently. They sway from side to side in an earthquake instead of collapsing. Some tall buildings have a wide base and are very narrow at the top. This shape is less likely to fall than one which is the same size all the way up. But if you ever find yourself in an earthquake, here is some advice from rescue teams around the world. Drop, cover, and hold on. Doing these 3 things is the best way to keep yourself safe. When an earthquake begins, you should step out of an elevator if you are inside one. Stay in the building and don't go outside. If you have time, turn off any electrical appliances and gas cookers. This will make things safer for everyone. Drop onto your hands and knees. Then the shock waves cannot knock you over. Cover yourself, especially your head, by sheltering under a desk or table. This way, falling objects are less likely to hurt you. If there is nothing to shelter under, cover your head and neck with your arms. Hold on to the table or whatever you are sheltering under until the shaking stops. If it starts to move about because of the shaking, crawl with it. In countries where earthquakes are common, school children often practice these things. Then they are prepared and they know what to do when a real earthquake happens.